Here is why I haven't bought Arsenal FC yet, Dangote. African richest man has again stated why he needs to buy Arsenal Football Club. According to the business mogul, though the club cost about $2 billion, he is going to slash the amount on the investment in order to bring it up to the expectations of our supporters. In an interview with Financial Times, Dangote said his plan to buy Arsenal is still on, but after he is done with building of the refinery, which he has sunk more than $6 billion of his own money. He says, "I love Arsenal and I will definitely go for it," and hopes the recently replaced manager would not frustrate him as the club's former manager, Arsene Wenger, did. Dangote also said that if he buys it, he would involve himself in the rebuilding of the team, chipping in my own advice and bring it up to the expectations of our supporters. All this, he says, will happen once I have finished with that headache, referring to the refinery project. Then he says he will take on football. Charity, they say, begins at home. Remember, Dangote is from Kano State. Aliko Dangote is from Kano State. And Kano State has his own football club called Kano Pillar. Look at Kano Pillar. The highest Kano Pillar can go is the Nigerian League, winning it. But Kano Pillar has never won the CAF Champions League for once. They have never done that. It's only Enyimba among all the clubs that you have in Nigeria that has won the CAF Champions League more than 2 times. Kano Pillar has never won it, even for once. And Dangote is from Kano State. Instead of Dangote to go back to grassroots, go back to Kano, where he's from, rebuild Kano Pillar so that Kano Pillar can compete with other clubs like Etoile Sahel, like TP Mazembe, all those big clubs that have been winning CAF Champions League in Africa. Let Kano Pillar be among those people among those clubs that will say that they won CAF Champions League. That's what Dangote is supposed to do. Invest his money in Kano Pillar, then think of buying Arsenal. But look at what he wants to do now. He wants to leave Kano Pillar. Kano Pillar will soon die. He's creating job for people outside there, bujos, people that don't even have anything to do with money again. Instead of him to come back to Nigeria, to the grassroots, create job. You have so many Okochas in Kano. Yes, go to Kano State. You have so many people that can do well in football today. But because there is nobody to sponsor, to support them, they turn into Alamajiri. Some of them turn into Boko Haram. Some of them turn into Fulani henchmen. Yes, some of them turn into armed robbery because there is nobody to support them. There is nobody to sponsor them. But if Dangote can sponsor all these guys, let them start from there. Let him start from there. Sponsor them. They are very good. Like Ahmed Musa. He's from Kano State. Look at where he is today. If Dangote can go back to Kano State and support Kano Pillar, help those guys that can play football there, it will be very good for this country. Then after maybe 5 years, he can think of buying Arsenal. And when he buys Arsenal, he will now collaborate. Kano Pillar and Arsenal, they will be changing. They will interchange knowledge and so on and so forth. But just waking up suddenly, thinking of buying Arsenal, that's what we call breaching syndrome. Charity, they say, begins at home. Start from the grassroots. Start from your home. Look at Ifanyoba. Look at what he's doing. After that, he went to Europe. That's how you start, and not just wake up thinking of buying a foreign crop when the crop, your own state, is dying. That's not the best. Please drop your comments on what you think on this topic. We would like to hear it from you. Thank you for listening. Remember that this is This Naija, and always subscribe to get the latest in gossip, information, politics, and the latest happening in Niger. Thank you.